Hey everyone, it's Pixel Cadet right here. I'm finally back in my room. Today it's Monday, 9th of June 2025. Yeah, I was gone for a bit because I was traveling to Japan and Indonesia. I think I spent almost more than a month there, together combined. And I went back to Berlin about a week ago, and I need to do some cleaning and some catch up for my other works. But yeah, I'm finally back in my room again. If you guys can see the towering box here, actually I am in the middle of tidying up and cleaning up my apartment and room, because there are so many stuff that needs to have a new place, namely my 3D printed stuff and everything. It just filled up this small room and I need to do some tidying up. So you cannot see it from here, but if I show it to you, at the bottom there's actually boxes here, because I'm currently in the process of tidying up all the stuff. Anyway, so many things happening since the last time I made log entry, and there are so many things happenings while I was traveling. And I reckon I just want to create a quick log entry to bring you guys up to speed, and hopefully I will be able to do another log entry for a follow-up as well this week. Since I was gone for traveling, there are some exciting stuff. For instance, I uploaded 2 prototypes on Patreon from my latest Battle Club faction. That's the Morkin faction. It's the I think I posted it a while ago on my Instagram. It was a mole people with an exoskeleton weapon. I put it out there to gather some feedbacks, and so far I get some interesting and useful insights, and I think I'm quite confident to finalize that faction and put it out there. And then after that, when I went to Japan, I made a new friends. We follow each other on Instagram, and we met in Tokyo, and this guy happened to also his name is Hitoshi, and his Instagram is hi_toys. He happened to also do a lot of 3D printing stuff, and he also make his own board game. So we met up and we trade our game, and we even had a chance to go into a local game store there to try our game over Japanese beer. So that was pretty amazing. And he also gave me his toy. If you guys ever seen it, this is a really cool, simple game using 3D printing. So maybe I'll make a proper log entry to just talk about this. And apart from that, I also managed to do a bit of networking as well in Indonesia. So that was also interesting. And when in Japan, I went to Nintendo stores and Pokemon centers, but so many other stuff. So if you guys are interested, I also want to talk about that maybe later, because I got inspired while I was there. So there are so many other things I want to talk about. And when I came back here, I also do some maintenance for my 3D printer, and after that I let it run again, because I want to produce more Cartapult physical products, so that I don't don't waste too much time and I can start pre-order again on my website, www.sdf-club.com. Apart from that, while I was traveling during my free time, I also decided to tinker a bit with my website and reorganize the products there. I think now it's a bit better and it's organized tidier as well. Previously, if you ever been to my website, there are two sections there, STL and physical product, although they're actually the same thing. It's just a two different format. And I found a way to simplify everything. Now you just have the products there categorized by the type of the game or the game name. So if you go there, you only see dice weapons, battle club, cartapults, pocket dungeon. And when you go to the product page, you can choose two variants. Whether you want to buy the physical goods, it means you're gonna order it from me and I will ship the physical goods to you, or you can just toggle to STL files and you can only buy the STL files there. I think it's better, it's scalable. It means if I have more products down the line, it's easier for you to navigate on the website. You just need to know which product you want, go there and decide whether you want to have the physical products or the STL files. I think it's much better. So I think that was pretty productive. Even though I was traveling, I found a way to do that. I guess it's a hack from me too. If you are on an airport or waiting for your next transport, the best way to kill time is by actually working. Because if you do that, you will realize that you actually don't have enough time, and compare that to, say, I don't know, be on your social media or do it just waiting without anything. You think that it feels longer to wait. Anyway, apart from that, another big thing that happened while I was traveling is I get an email from Etsy that suddenly all of my dice weapons are automatically delisted, so you cannot find my dice weapons on Etsy anymore. And the reason was because they update the policy, the store policy, and anything, basically I'm not allowed to sell anything that looks like a firearm or guns. And both physical and 3D printed. I signed a dispute because I still see a lot of other listings selling, Nerf blasters and all those stuff. And I just want to know what makes my listing different from those ones. And I sent an email asking if there is anything I can do to alter the image or give a big disclaimers. I'm willing to do that. But I got no response until now from Etsy team. It was a big curveball, I must say, because I think Etsy is one of platform where I get I get new customers, or it's a platform where new people can discover my stuff outside of my 3D, outside of my social media, because they have a huge community there who also already familiar with 3D printing, D&D and all that stuff. But so the fact that I cannot sell my best-selling, one of my best-selling items there, it's just it's a big downside. For now, the way I mitigate it is by moving all the links I have to my own shop, so people do come and buy my files there, but you can tell that I lost the traffic, almost half the traffic of people who discover my stuff just from surfing on Etsy, just because they're on Etsy and see and happen to see one of my dice weapons. And yeah, so I'm still waiting to have a response, but it's been almost a month now because this happened right at the beginning of my traveling time. Yeah, in the meantime, if you guys are, because I also, it's funny because I got this message not from the Etsy itself. I realized that all my dice weapon were delisted is actually from people who messaged me on Etsy saying like, hey, I get the discount for your dice weapons, but when I go to your shop I cannot find it anymore, and I was a bit panicked. And yeah, when I went there, everything was delisted. So yeah, so it was a bit it was a bit tricky and annoying, to be fair, but that's something I cannot control. So for now, if you guys are still looking for my dice weapon, don't worry, you can still find it on my website or Cult3D or Patreon. And I am still working on finding a way to bring my listing back on Etsy again. Anyway, yeah, that was like big stuff that is happening while I was gone, or since the last time I made my log entry. I think there are so many things I want to talk about, but I guess I will keep it short and stop right here, and hopefully I can make another log entry this week. Yeah, that was it from my side. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.